When we want to be successful, the ambitious side of our personality becomes dominant over our rational side. That's why when we're provided with a good opportunity, we try to land it as quickly as possible. But not everything turns out to be how we expect it to be, and that is what happened to Megan, who walked towards her own demise in search of a good opportunity. In this case, police were faced with the daunting task of finding the perpetrator of this heinous crime with no suspects and no leads. As investigators delved deeper into the investigation, detectives began to uncover a web of deceit and corruption that led Megan down a dark and dangerous path. With each new piece of evidence, the case became more complex and the stakes grew higher. But will the detectives be able to find the killer and bring them to justice? Let's uncover Megan Sharpton's dreadful murder. Megan Sharpton was born in Tullahoma, Tennessee on October 24, 1987. She was from a large family in Tullahoma. She was graduating from the nursing field and planned to be a nurse. Megan was an enthusiastic, witty, goal-oriented, and hard worker who always pushed herself in new directions. In addition to studying nursing at Motlow College, Megan worked as a waitress at Yamamoto Restaurant in Tullahoma. She also worked at a nursing home to gain experience in her career field. Megan was leading a beautiful life and was extremely fortunate in every aspect. She was living with her boyfriend of 3 years, Chris. They had a good relationship, and everything was going perfectly when tragedy struck and took her life. Sadly, she was murdered 2 months before her graduation ceremony. Tullahoma, Tennessee is a small, serene town where people are familiar with one another and everyone lives in peace. But all this was about to change, as in July of 2012, a dreadful accident struck this lovely place and sent everyone into a state of intense fear. A burning body of a 24-year-old girl was found among the trees. A group of teens in Franklin County noticed something on fire while traveling down a side lane. They alerted the authorities about the possibility of a forest fire. Near 1:30 a.m. that morning, investigators discovered that the fire on a rural road was a young woman's body set ablaze. When responders extinguished the fire, investigators found a woman wearing the burnt remains of a nursing school shirt and had stars tattooed behind her ears. The female, in her 20s, was completely nude from the waist down, and the fire appeared to be focused on her pelvic area. Unfortunately, there was no identification on the body, so the police posted her tattooed neck picture on social media. When Kelly Hale Sharpton, Megan's mother, saw the Facebook post of a girl with a star tattooed on her neck, she instantly recognized it. She was sure that was her daughter. She said that her daughter Megan had star tattoos on her neck and ankle. Kelly told the police that Megan was coming home to meet her sister, who was visiting from out of town. But Megan called her mother shortly after arranging dinner plans. She informed her that a last-minute job interview had come up, so she could not come home. The police had not yet located Megan's car. Carrie Taylor, Megan's sister, quickly alerted authorities to her concerns and blamed Megan's boyfriend, Chris. Taylor claimed that Megan and Chris's relationship was up and down, so the police shifted focus to her boyfriend. When the police searched Chris's apartment, they found blood and needles in the bathroom. So they suspected Chris and his roommate Robbie and brought them in for questioning. During the investigation, Robbie told the police that he had a secret relationship with Megan, but never tried to harm or assault her. So, the police suspected Chris might have killed her after discovering her secret relationship with Robbie. But he was completely unaware of the relationship, and when the police told him about it, he was shocked. During the investigation, Chris said he was at work from 5 p.m. to midnight. He initially claimed a positive relationship with Megan, but then he confessed that their relationship soured towards the end. However, he denied ever harming Megan. During the investigation, police noted that Chris was extremely upset and heartbroken over her death. Chris told the police that Megan informed him that she had accepted a job offer that a friend from nursing school had suggested. Megan was both excited and happy about the opportunity. She wanted to take advantage of that and went straight to the address provided, only not knowing that it would lead her nowhere but to her own doom. Megan's car was located parked on the side of the road in Franklin County, around 15 to 20 miles from the crime site where her body was discovered. Police found a handwritten address in the car. Subsequently, police found that the address was fake and was used to trap Megan. Investigators then turned their focus to the job that was offered to Megan. Megan's boyfriend reported to the police that a man had called her that day to set up an interview for a job. He said he was looking for a caretaker for his grandmother, and Naomi had suggested her. The police then went on a search for Naomi. She was Megan's former classmate at the nursing school. When the police investigated her, she told them she was not close to Megan and actually disliked her. And the most shocking and confusing part was when Naomi told the investigators that she never recommended Megan to anyone for a job. In fact, she herself was completely unaware of this story. When the autopsy report came, a startling detail was then disclosed. Megan died because of a gunshot wound on her face. She was raped, tortured to death, and then set on fire. According to the report, the murder happened before midnight. A DNA sample was found and sent to the crime lab for testing. After this, investigators again focused on her boyfriend, Chris. But with an official time of death in place, they could now see on security footage that Chris was, in fact, at the department store when Megan was killed. In light of the fact that he was not guilty of Megan's death, police released him. Though the investigation could not find Megan's phone, Chris provided a fresh lead. A call regarding the job interview came through on an earlier phone belonging to Megan that Chris owned. This new information set the detectives on a new line of inquiry. The call was made from a phone that was an unregistered burner phone. Unfortunately, the police were unable to identify the owner of the number. Detectives, however, were able to locate the phone at a nearby department store where it had been purchased. When authorities reviewed all surveillance footage of burner phone sales that occurred around the time of the murder, one man with a strange personality drew their attention. He already had a phone and was purchasing a new one. Investigators tracked the unidentified man's activities on security footage as he left the shop and made his way to the parking lot where he approached a red pickup truck. Within minutes, the detectives discovered that the man in the video was Timothy Gifford, a small-time drug dealer. When Gifford was brought into the police for interrogation, he claimed that he bought the phone for a man named Donnie Jones. The investigators instantly recognized that name. Donnie Jones was a known criminal with a lengthy criminal record, including robbery and drug-related offenses. In the past, Jones had also been charged with rape. But most significantly, he was the husband of Megan's old classmate, Naomi Jones. Then the police investigated Donnie Jones. At first, he denied having any connection to the matter. He told the police that he had no interaction with her. He also denied ever talking to Megan other than when he drove her and his wife to school. He also denied ever getting a phone from Gifford. But then the detectives received the results of the DNA analysis performed on Megan's body. It matched Donnie Jones. After seeing the DNA proof, Donnie changed his story and claimed that he and Megan had an intimate relationship. The phones used by Donnie Jones, Megan Sharpton, Timothy Gifford, and the burner phone were subjected to a GPS examination by investigators. Due to his crime record, Donnie Jones was not allowed to keep any guns or any sort of weapons with him, so when police found a rifle in his vehicle, they arrested him. Upon further investigation, police found out that Megan was shot in the face by that same rifle. The phone's GPS data also revealed some astonishing facts. The burner phone traveled with Donnie's cell phone and was used to contact Megan to offer the job. Then, their communication stopped at the point where police later discovered Megan's car. Then, the GPS data traced Donnie's phone, Megan's phone, and the burner phone to the scene where two witnesses discovered Megan's body burning. It is the area where officers believe that Megan was raped and killed. Police also found that Donnie's family owned several farms in that area. Police searched the area and found a fire barrel and burned pieces of a purple scarf with stars printed on it, which were later determined to be a gift for Megan from her sister Carrie. The investigation into Jones and his phone revealed that he was actively seeking out new victims to lure before Megan Sharpton. On November 5, 2012, the state charged 37-year-old Donnie Jones with first-degree murder, rape, and 2 counts of aggravated abduction. He was eager to make a deal with the police after his arrest, in which he confessed to the killing in exchange for the prosecution not seeking the death sentence. And later, in February of 2013, he entered a guilty plea. However, soon after, Donnie attempted to retract his confession, stating that his wife was getting threats and that his counsel had persuaded him to make it. On February 4, 2013, Donnie Jones was given a life sentence with no chance for release. A young woman's life was ruthlessly taken away. Megan Sharpton was raped and murdered by Donnie Jones. Her last few minutes of life were pure hell, panic, and fear. When Donnie Jones was sentenced to life without parole, Megan Sharpton's family was pleased. Megan's sister Carrie stated that if Megan hadn't died, she was sure Donnie Jones would still be out there, attempting to swindle young women. Megan sentenced him to life in prison. She gave her life to ensure the safety of everyone else in our town. After such a tragedy, Megan's mother's grief proved to be too much to bear. She couldn't see a way forward without her daughter, so she made the heart-wrenching decision to end her own life. In November of 2013, Megan's mother, Kelly, committed suicide. Thank you for watching True Crime Prime. Kindly subscribe to our channel and remember to like, share, and comment.